crying. Kayama scored 1 goal, made 1 assist in a big game like this. You know you want to work out the match.
You mean in the Tottenham's game?
Yeah.
How many chances did he lose?
No, which kind of chance? No, he's super efficient.
He only lost 1. He lost 1. They're talking about the Chelsea game, not this one.
Chelsea game, he lost 1 million.
No, I mean, the game of the weekend, Arsenal, of course, not London derby. Arsenal traveled to Tottenham, a ground that they rarely win at. You know, between these two teams, most times you win at your home and you lose away or draw away. Last season, Ateta did it, won there, went back again this season to win. Ugo, this one is for you. Ateta again surprised a lot of us in the world of football. Went to Tottenham, a game that a lot of people felt that Arsenal is supposed to win. If not that ground has been a ground that Arsenal hardly wins games. He went there, surrendered the possession and handed over to Tottenham possession. At the end of first half, Tottenham had 350-something passes against Arsenal 179, which is never heard of when Arsenal is playing. This is what he did also at the City ground. You know what did you make about this game with regards to the way Ateta set up his team and how he approached the game?
Well, I thought Ateta did an amazing job. Of course, you can see that he did his homework. He capitalized on 2 weaknesses for Tottenham. One is a set-piece weakness. Second is the high line that they play and their, vulnerability towards counter-attacks, fast counter-attacks. They were very bold. They were going to leave Bukayo Saka with 1 man to mark him, but they saw that Højbjerg came to always help Davies to, double team Saka. So Arsenal pretty much just let them have the ball. At the end of the first half, it was 72% possession.
Yeah,
72% possession and 3-0 down. Nothing could be more damning. Nothing could be more clinical than that. And credit to Ateta for his tactical awareness and tactical nous he used to be able to, overcome Tottenham, which their players admitted, from Kulusevski to Van der Veen, all admitted that they were a tad bit naive, and Arsenal knew what to do inside both 18-yard boxes.
Yeah. Kima, sometimes coaches make decisions that you scratch your head and you're trying to figure out how they come up with these decisions or how they approach games. Sarr and Bissouma have been Tottenham's best pair of midfielders this season. You're going to a game against Arsenal, a team that's competing for the league. These 2 guys are nowhere to be found. I don't know how. And you remember the first leg, these 2 guys were instrumental to Tottenham getting out of that game. And in this game, Ange benched these 2 players. Once the 2 of them came in the second half, I mean, things were different. I don't really understand some of these coaches sometimes. I don't know if you have watched a lot of Tottenham games this season. We're talking about Poch, we're talking about Ten Hag. Some of these coaches, maybe they don't understand how tough this league is. What do you look about think of Ange and the way he approached this game?
Well, I really have not paid too much attention to Tottenham's game this season, but I watched clips of their match with Arsenal. I honestly felt like they gave a reasonable account of themselves. I don't want to be seen as somebody who always look for something negative to say about Arsenal, but I feel like from time to time they tend to have a better call from the referee. I honestly felt like there are certain decisions, like the first goal, Tottenham's first goal. I looked at the goal that was disallowed. Their first goal that was disallowed. I looked at that goal, and I didn't know why the goal would be disallowed, because the initial shot did not hit the defender that scored the goal. The initial kick that
Chima, what you're saying is very clear. Now, when the guy took that shot, the drew the line where Van der Beek was, it was offside. It's very clear.
Remember, he wasn't the one that the ball stopped. He was an Arsenal player.
No, before, you don't look at when he hit the Arsenal player. You look at when the person took the shot. They put the picture up as the guy was hitting the ball, but that it was offside.
Yes, but although you agree with me that when your opponent rebounds the ball, it's not an offside from you.
No. It depends on what the rebound is. Like, he just hit his body. He wasn't trying to intentionally. If you're trying to intentionally kick the ball, then the circumstances change. But if he just hits someone's body, then it's you call it from the point that the initial shot was taken. Yes.
Anyway,
and okay, let's you said it earlier on, and you mentioned it again, officiating. If you also remember, not because I'm an Arsenal fan, you remember that Kahava scored the first goal in that game, and it was ruled offside, and there was no replay, there was no VAR, nothing. It wasn't even checked, and that thing was. I still don't believe it was an offside. So if you want to go into all that, officiating in EPL sometimes is questionable. I agree with you on that one. But to say that Arsenal is all getting close, I don't think that one is right. In this game as a whole, sometimes I think some of these referees come into these games with some predetermined decisions. Yes. This is how I want to officiate this game.
If you watch that,
they say no red card, no penalty, or no, except it's blatant. If you watch, even the penalty Tottenham was given, the referee was there. He said he waved it off.
That is exactly what I was telling you. It's not
an Arsenal game.
What I'm saying is the referee did everything to majority of the calls that should have made change the trajectory of the match favored Arsenal. Second goal. That second goal. He would have stopped when trust me, the first foul was a penalty, because there was a dislodge on that player. He was falling and he had to kick that ball falling. That call would have been a penalty with other referees. When you now notice that the two players, Tottenham's two players, fell inside your 18 and they lost a lot of, they cannot track back. You would have either done something to stop the play, to check them and, stop the play just to be fair. Because a fair-minded person is debatable, like Odo will say, that first one was a penalty for Tottenham. But when you didn't call it and you gave us an advantage, you notice that they don't have Tottenham do not have players to track back that counter. You would have done something since you didn't give them a penalty. You stop the game and drop the ball just to give both sides. Just to give both sides.
Like I said, if you know
what I'm saying?
If you are preaching fairness, I don't mention to you now. This one is not debatable or something that I don't have that relationship. Kayama scored a clean goal, apparent concern. There was not even a check on it. There was no check. The last man just raised his flag after he scored, and they just blew offside. There was nothing. They didn't show the play on that play until during second after first half. I think they were doing normal studio analysis. That thing was not an offside. For me, like I said,
it was offside.
What I've seen on EPL, it looks like sometimes some of these referees come into these big games trying to not let it not be that they're the ones that decided the game, and they now make more mistakes.
Ogum, I want to hear from you.
Yes, this point you just made. This point you just made now, you will not do it even at high school level. Are you telling me that if a supposed foul or something that they claim to be a foul happens in an 18-yard box, and you as a referee, you decide not to call it, right? And the team that has possession moves. And because the other team doesn't have people to track back, you will stop the ball and do that. They will lynch you. You know now.
No, you're right. But you're right. Yeah. But let me ask you.
That incident, to be fair, incident.
Okay, good.
On a flash, you think is a foul, but when you look at it closely, you can't really be sure what happened there. And sometimes tripping happens. And again, the person that I would blame that made the referee maybe not call that ball was Kulusevski. Because if they clipped you in the box, just fall. Just fall. You know, they could zoom that in and you find that I've seen it before happen. You think that the player behind the other player clipped him. It's the player that clipped himself. So for him to try to be on his feet to still make that pass, it could also trigger something the referee said. Well, maybe there's nothing there. And if you also watch, after that incident, he never complained about the referee. He didn't say he was foul.
No. Tottenham players.
I watched his interview. Kulusevski after the game did not even reference.
He didn't mention it. That's what I'm telling you. He himself.
But having said that, my honest opinion is that if that had been called as a penalty, I wouldn't have complained about it.
That's what I want to hear.
It's a 50-50 stuff, right? It's a 50-50. Yeah, the referee can decide to call it. It's okay. The referee did not decide to call it, right? Meanwhile, after that, a Tottenham player still had possession. Maddison tried to dribble, was dispossessed.
Was brought down.
And
no. When you say you're fair,
try and be fair now.
Just be fair. Forget about emotions. That one was a clean disposition by Declan Rice. There was no foul in that one at all. The own, yes, the Google said. For me, I looked at it. I couldn't really see the contact. So what I think that would have happened was if they had called it. Of course, VAR will not show us what really happened. The way that play progressed, there was no clear picture of what happened between Trossard and Kulusevski. Like I said, if Kulusevski was clipped, the guy, when he didn't fall immediately, eventually he fell. He never contested that decision.
No, it's hard.
And this is the person that's supposed to be directly impacted by whatever foul. So I don't understand.
It's hard to contest a decision when referee ruled play on and a goal was scored. If you watch
that's the time that they even want to the referee. And
if you see when the goal was scored, that was it.
Go to VAR now.
So there's another thing also that I want to bring in here. Okay. Being a referee, and I know Chima is a referee as well, you've got to also think about this from a referee's perspective, right? If you're a referee and you second guess yourself on the field, when you made a decision, we are trained to stand by our decisions, right? Which is, at the grassroots level, if you don't do that, you're going to cause yourself a lot of problems in a game. If you made a decision, stand by the decision. If your AR has made a call, you support your AR by standing by the call, unless there's an overriding reason for you to reverse that call. So which is where VAR comes in, right? That particular incident, if you listen to the commentary, VAR still looked at that incident even after Saka had scored. There was still uncertainty whether, because we've seen that happen before, where
Manchester United.
Yes, where something happened and they went on and scored a goal. It was reversed. It wasn't even Manchester, it was African Nations Cup.
Yeah. Okay. United was the one that United came back and played a penalty. I think it was Spurs United when Bolívar was coaching Tottenham.
Yes, it was the Nigeria African Nations Cup.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yes, I remember that one.
Where it was ruled out and it was recalled, right? So the VAR still looked at that incident and looked at the referee score, and if it was that clear and that obvious, VAR should have said, listen, we'll have to rule out this Arsenal goal and we'll go back and take a penalty. It's happened before.
Yeah,
but the VAR did not do that.
I've never seen VAR in European League do that. You know, that was why Mourinho gave kudos to African Nations Cup VAR.
Yes. No, Chima, that's what I'm saying. They did it against Tottenham. United was given a penalty.
When they scored the goal?
At the end of the game, it took minutes before that passage of play. They called it back and United paid the penalty and won the game. Mourinho was furious.
Anyway, I was a little concerned. The reason what what gave me that impression and what made me made up my mind about the slight advantage Arsenal enjoyed over Tottenham, in this game was that penalty that the referee refused to call and allowed the game to go on for close to 3 minutes before he now came back. It was an obvious, very, very aggressive, kick.
So Chima, may I ask you a question? Summarily, after watching that game,
right?
Do you think the referee influenced the result of that game? Or do you think Arsenal didn't deserve to win that game, if not for the referee's supposed bias?
Yeah, well, I thought that the referee gave Arsenal a little leeway. He would tend to agree with Arsenal. That game would have ended 2-2 if the referee was very strict. If he had, followed his first instinct, if he had not second-guessed himself and followed, followed it religiously and, agree to move with his first instinct. Like watching the game, immediately things happen, I have a reaction. That my reaction, if referee had reacted in that manner, I would have, given Tottenham an opportunity to go. Arsenal played well. Like I've always told people.
Wouldn't your reaction have been influenced by your personal biases? Your reaction
do you know that I lost $200 for Arsenal against Bayern Munich in Chelsea group, in Chelsea forum. I lost $200 because honestly, I felt so bad. Even if you watch when the game was going on, I was commenting. You
can lose 200 because you believe that even if Arsenal wins Bayern Munich, they're not going to win Champions League. But in this one, you know that if Arsenal wins, Tottenham is the last last chance that people were banking on to the Arsenal were going to lose the game or drop points.
Exactly what I'm saying.
To win the league. Yes, what I'm saying. What do you think?
But do you honestly feel like Arsenal is going to win the league?
It's a very, very big possibility. Yeah, and the reason why I say that is not because because City have been conceding goals, and this league, we have watched this league for a long time to know that regardless of how good you are, anybody can take points from you the day you don't expect it. And when people keep saying that City never loses at this time of the season, and I keep asking them, are they spirits? Are they robots?
Let me ask you.
One day is going to stop.
Let me ask you,
that one day is going to be.
How many games do we have? How many remaining games do we have in this season?
Arsenal has 3 games. City has 4 games.
Good. And do you think that City, between Arsenal and City, who are likely to lose points as we go forward?
Anybody could. Like I said a few seconds ago, in this EPL, City has not won all their games this season, have they?
They have not won all their games this season.
Exactly. So what makes you think that one of these 4 games they cannot drop points?
They have, when I look at City, there is a mental strength they exhibit when they are leading.
There's something that I just mentioned that you ignored. I said in the last 17 games in all competition, City have not kept more than 4 clean sheets. Go and check the records. So and when you had that kind of defense, yesterday against Tottenham in Nottingham Forest, Nottingham Forest had 4 scoreable chances. Nottingham Forest. This guy, Elanga, if I want to talk about him being who we're talking about United, Elanga ran riot in that defense, dribble passes, not met people. And the last action, failed him. So that's what I'm saying. if Tottenham have that kind of opportunity against City, they will score 2 or 3 goals.
Yes, but also remember in the game against Arsenal, it was very dicey. Arsenal, they got that win from it's like it's like an elephant going through an eye of a needle. So
that's what I'm saying. So my point is,
you're saying that
City is the best team in the league. There's no doubt.
I can see Arsenal lose a point and City lose a point.
City can still draw points forward. From what I have seen. I'm not saying they are going to, but they can. It's a possibility.
And Arsenal can also still draw points.
Definitely.
But the chances of City dropping points is very, very minute compared to Arsenal dropping points.
No, you can't say that because you know why? You know why you should not say that? Because Arsenal too, the reason why you're saying this is because of maybe history. But this year, Arsenal had 45 points or 48 now, have taken 45 or 44.
Okay. Because
anything can still happen. Like I said, City is still going to play Aston Villa. They're still going to play Tottenham. Then they'll play Fulham and West Ham is the last game. Arsenal has United, Bournemouth, and Everton.
You have Burnley.
No, Bournemouth.
No, you have Bournemouth. And Bournemouth is a very dicey game.
The team that Arsenal knows how to play against. The only game that I'm scared of there is Everton, the last day of the season.
No.
I'm a little concerned about Bournemouth and their form.
Okay.
They are in really good form.
Goals.
They're in really good form.
But the way they play is not a way that Arsenal struggle to play against. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that
you're right. I see Bournemouth as a team that can contain Arsenal. They can play and get away and get a draw. And if Arsenal force it, they will score a goal.
No. They might score Arsenal.
I don't know if you see what I'm saying. They can go into that game with the mindset to maintain the status quo. And if Arsenal forces it, they score a goal.
Bournemouth don't play defensive.
They are not defensive. Exactly.
No. What I'm saying is they play.
Bournemouth don't play defensive. Bournemouth is a team they're a robust team. And that's why I'm not worried about them. They're robust. They don't pack the bus. They play like Arsenal. And they have the quality. So that's why I'm saying they might score. They might score 1 goal, but they will not go and walk away from Emirates with 3 points.
And another thing I tell people
the only thing I'm scared of there is Everton.
You see, don't underrate Man U. In as much as
also maybe United.
Yes.
But the reason why I'm not worried about United right now is because of their defense. That defense that they have right now, if it faces Arsenal, the only way they will not concede goals, I'm not saying goal, is if they pack the bus. I don't even see who's going to pack the bus for them. Then if this combination of Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard plays together
another thing, season. Another thing I want to say, because I felt bad in Champions League. I like Arsenal. I hope you guys understand. I don't go around looking for wishing Arsenal ills. I saw the Champions League. I felt bad that Arsenal played Jorginho and benched Gabriel Jesus. I felt so bad because if you watch your first leg, the only reason you guys went out with a point in that first leg was because of the introduction of Gabriel Jesus. If you agree with me, the only reason you guys.
You're an Arsenal fan. You don't know how frustrating
you don't think Partey would have been a better option in that game?
But Partey was not fit. He's still not fit. He's still not 100%.
But at that time, his present status. You can see what he does.
No. As any Arsenal fan, nobody wants to manage Partey when he's 60% fit. We want him to be fully fit because once you bring him in 60% fit to start the game, he's going to pull a muscle and he will go out for another 6 months. So what Arsenal has done is to be patient and wait for him to get to where he is to start using him. Because over the seasons or months, this has happened so many times. Partey will come back from injury, play 20 minutes. The next game you start him, he goes again for another 6 months.
Chima hasn't talked about the elephant in the room. the incredible Kai Havertz. The incredible,
amazing Kai Havertz. Don't start that one.
Oh my goodness, Kai Havertz has been. Oh my, what are we talking about here?
Let me ask you. Is he better than? Is he a better player than Gabriel Jesus? I'm just trying to know.
Chima, right now.
Is he a better player? Yes.
Right now. You see, I'm not talking about a better player. I'm talking about what have you done for me lately. Right now, I'm playing Kai Havertz ahead of Jesus. Today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow.
Of course.
No doubt about that.
Chima, in this game we're talking about, I don't know why I just didn't want to mention him because I know you will start crying. Kai Havertz scored 1 goal, made 1 assist in a big game like this. You know you want to work out the match.
You mean in the Tottenham's game?
Now. Yeah.
How many chances did he lose?
No, which kind of chance? No, he's super efficient.
He only lost 1. He lost 1. They're talking about the Chelsea game, not this one.
Chelsea game, he lost 1 million.
No,
come on, go look at it again. No, go look at it again.
He even scored a beautiful goal.
Or do you know the goal he scored against Chelsea? Some referees can call that ball an offside. He pulled out his hand very well. Was holding a player. Stretched his hand. You can see a long stretch.
Chima, you grew up in Lagos. That's what they used to call no. You know what I mean, no for Lagos? Tell me.
That's even the kind of goal Chima was scored.
That's the first thing they tell you as a striker.
That's the kind of goal Chima was scored. And he's arguing.
It's the first thing you do as a striker.
That's what he does to.
And that's why people like Jesus don't score goals because they don't know that blocking the player with your hand gives you an advantage to take a shot. And that's why people like your Jackson cannot score goals because they don't understand those things. Kai Havertz, for me, I've watched it, is a very smart footballer.
Chima does that thing to Werenchi. He injures the defender that's marking him. And he's here criticizing Kai Havertz.
Chima, if you want to be fair, don't just say it with your lips. Just be fair. Kai Havertz has been revolutionized. I'm sure you're scared that if this continues next season, you start watching it.
Since I've always told people, since he became the top striker in German national team, have you ever heard about German machine again?
Before he even came in, before he came to the national team, Germany have already been struggling. When was the last time Germany did when in European competition?
That was as soon as he became a regular.
No, Gundogan, Ozil, all of them killed Germany before the German national team before they left. What are you talking about?
Tima, you one day you will give him credit. Don't worry. Just keep.
He already knows. He already knows. Yes, man. Let's call it a day. Oh, should we look at the City game?
No, please. It's been on for an hour 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was a good time sharing this time with you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Chima, I'll try to make this show, make it more about the time that you'll be available. But though it's too late for Ogum, Ogum is an dead man. Yeah. Thank you guys, and we'll see you again within the week and see how it goes. And hopefully, by the time we'll come back here, Arsenal will be one leg in to win the championship. Chima, if you say you like Arsenal, please pray for us. And like I said at the beginning of this show, all EPL fans should be behind Arsenal to stop City from turning this EPL to a Farmers League. If we say EPL is the best league in the world, why should one team be winning it every year? This is going to be the 4th time in a row. In 7 years, this will be the 6th time. So I don't think it speaks well about the league. Support Arsenal. Support Arteta. Let's.
My closing word is it will be very, very disingenuous of you to say everybody should support Arsenal. We'll rather say let the best side win the league. I think that should be a very good, let the best side win.
No, support is part of the game. Support is part of the game. It's part of it. Like you said, you bet 200 on Arsenal against Bayern Munich. What did you do? Why didn't you say they're the best team win?
Because I felt like Arsenal was the best team. That was why I supported. That was why I put the money.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying too. People should support Arsenal to win the league as well. Thank you guys. Good, my brother. It's been falter. It's always nice to have him on board.
Yes. Chairman, we've missed you. Welcome back.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have bragging rights anymore.
Come back more.
Trying more than bantering these days.
It's all right, gentlemen.
Don't worry. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.